Hey everyone, Denise here from Sewlimitless, and in today's video I want to talk about the corduroy Morgan boyfriend jeans that I just recently made, and I'm going to give you some tips, some things that I figured out about sewing with corduroy. So let's get started. Hi everyone, welcome to the channel, and like I said, today I want to talk about the Morgan boyfriend jeans. If you are not familiar, this is the pattern here. It's by Closet Core, and it is a jeans pattern for non-stretch woven fabric. So that is actually one of the reasons that I chose that pattern to use for my the corduroy that I recently purchased. I got it from Melanated Fabrics. I would leave you a link. I can leave you a link to their website, but I checked as of when I'm recording this. I checked last night. They are completely sold out of all of their corduroy. So I'm glad I got mine when I did, but it's really very nice. It's very soft. So I also want to give you a few tips about sewing with the corduroy. But with this pattern, like I said, it's for non-stretch woven fabric. So, you know, you have a lot of jeans patterns that are for stretch fabrics and things like that, and that's fine. But sometimes you want something that's a woven and a bit of a looser fit. The Morgan is, it's not a baggy fit by any stretch of the imagination, but it is a more of a straighter cut, slim boyfriend jeans designed for non-stretch and selvage denim, inspired by old school denim style, but with a fresh modern cut. Morgan jeans are engineered to flatter, and they are mid-rise, which is also what I like. This is not the first time that I've made this pattern. I've made them in a white denim before. I used that pattern to make a pair of shorts from a Madras plaid fabric a couple of summers ago, I believe it's been now. So I've used this pattern before. So I also knew that it would fit, which is another thing. I didn't have to go through a lot of fitting to use this particular pattern. So that was another reason that I chose that one. Now the fabric that I used is very soft, and if you can find a good corduroy, then I would say to go ahead and get it. It's hard to find like really nice corduroy fabric. I don't know if Joann's actually carries any for the most part. I think if they do, at least at the stores in my area that I've been to, it's very limited supply, and it's not as nice as this. This is some leftover piece, a leftover piece of this one, and this is the brown. I don't remember exactly what the color of this one is that they call it, but it's very nice. It's super, super soft, and it's got drape to it actually. So one thing about using corduroy, which I found out. Now I knew it has a nap, so that means it's kind of fuzzy, you know, it's not like a velvet, but it does have some nap to it on the right side, of course. So you always want to be careful about your direction when you're cutting out anything with a nap. Some patterns will have a layout for fabrics with nap. This one does not, because they really only tell you or suggest denim, but you can make it out of anything that's non-stretch, I think. So I just made sure to try to keep everything straight and obviously going in the right direction as far as following the grain line, things like that. Now it does sort of fray. I don't know if you can tell this. It will kind of fray at the edges, and so that kind of left us some fuzzies around, and for that, I did use the serger to sort of put those edges together. And then, since it is jeans, and they do tell you about top stitching, I was able to press and top stitch. Now, the important thing to remember or to know is when you are pressing corduroy, you're not supposed to, and I did this because I didn't think about it, you're not supposed to like just put the iron down like on the fabric like you would if it was anything else. If you were ironing a shirt or any other pair of pants or fabric, you're not supposed to just press down on the fabric, which I did. What happens is you can kind of leave a mark. So luckily when I did that, that was the first couple of pieces that I was working with, and the first thing that you do is make your back pockets. And one of the things that I did was I did use the iron shoe, and I used the iron shoe and a press cloth still, both of those things together, and that really helped. Also, use a lot of steam, because that really helps to sort of, when you're trying to press a seam to one side or the other, or trying to press your seams open, use a lot of steam. I would hold the iron just over the fabric and like do the shot of steam so that it would really get that in there. And then I used a clapper to hold down the fabric, and that actually helped. Now, in addition to the clapper and the steam and all of that, what I also read is that you can kind of finger press. I didn't really do that, honestly. I like, especially for the jeans, and knowing I had to do top stitching, I really wanted things laying in a particular direction. So for me, the best thing was the steam and the clappers. That really helped. But I do suggest figuring out how you want to keep your seams from fraying. I don't know if fray is the right word, but it kind of leaves some fuzzies. Very technical term, leaving fuzzies. So that's something to be aware of when you are cutting and sewing, working on something made of corduroy. Corduroy apparently is quite in right now, so who knew? But anyway, also you can use a walking foot. Like, I did not use the walking foot with when I was making the jeans. I did not bother with using the walking foot, but that is a way to make sure that your seams and everything that you're doing is being fed evenly. I just kind of took it slow in some places, especially like around the hem at the bottom, at the leg edge. I did realize I needed to slow down and do very careful work just so that it wouldn't shift on me. So that's what I did. I just sewed slowly, but you can use a walking foot, and it would probably make things a bit easier for you if you did that. Now, with this particular fabric, now generally, let me just tell you, when I make jeans, I usually will use top stitching in the same color. That's just how I like the look. Now with this, because it does have a nap and all of that, and the corduroy ridges, it was very hard to see the top stitching. There were times where I couldn't tell if I was going in the right following the right track or keeping my machine foot at the edge of the seam, which I was trying to do. It was very difficult with this fabric because it's just hard to see. The stitching gets lost. So in the final look of the jeans, you don't really notice that there's any top stitching done, which is fine because the top stitching also helps to hold down your seam allowance. So that's why you will serge or zigzag your edge, both seam allowances together, press to one side, and then stitch. That is really another purpose for the top stitching. Now it looks nice on the outside, but it also serves a purpose. But with this, you can't even see it. So I used like a dark brown thread, I believe, just regular thread, and everything turned out fine. But just be aware that if you're going to use something or make something where you have a lot of top stitching, whether it's jeans or a jacket or something, you may not really be able to see it depending on how lofty your corduroy may be. So something to keep in mind. But yeah, I was very happy with how the jeans turned out. I think they look great and they fit. They're very comfortable. So if you are interested in the pattern, I can leave you a link to that. Like I said, it's the Morgan Boyfriend Jeans. I believe it's only in a PDF. I'm not exactly sure, but I'll leave a link, whatever. I have a PDF of that pattern. I think I'm not sure if they sell paper patterns. I can't remember. But anyway, this pattern is actually for a button front, like 5-button front fly. I don't do button front fly. So mine is a zipper fly. I take the instructions from the Closet Core Ginger Jeans, which has a zipper fly, and I insert the zipper using a different pattern instructions, for their ginger jeans, and that's how I put in the zipper for the fly. I just change it to a zipper, and it's easy and it works out great. So anyway, that is it for this video. If you have any questions or comments about anything, please leave it down below. I thank you all for watching. Go ahead and hit the like button and subscribe to my channel. That will help to push out my content to other people who might be interested in some sewing pattern reviews, pattern hauls, that kind of content. Like I said, I thank you for watching. Take care, and I will see you in the next video. Bye-bye.